Hi there, Beth from scrappingwonders.com, and I'm here to give you a challenge. My challenge to you is to get a photo printed off of your phone, but there's a twist. I want you to do some form of editing. So the photo that I'm going to use for this layout here is a photo of my daughter at the beach that I used the Color Story app to edit. And I really enjoy this app, and I will also link to a video sharing that app with you and how to use it to create edits, but it really does beautiful color editing with your photos. So let me go ahead and get into what I'm doing here. So for this layout, I really wanted to use mint. Don't ask me why, but mint is my color this year. And so I painted the top part this blush color, which is a pink. It's a light pink. And then I painted the bottom half a mint green. Both of these paints are actually from Studio Calico. They're both acrylic paint. And I'm painting my paper with a dry brush, meaning there is absolutely no water on these brushes at all. They're completely dry, which means that my paper will have those paint strokes in it, and I like that effect, and I like that look. So that's what I went ahead and I did there. I dried that up, and then I came in with some gesso, and I'm just using my finger here to kind of blend the colors together some and to lighten them up a little bit. I don't use a whole lot of gesso, but you can see definitely in the middle there I put the gesso down to blend the colors together, and it just lightens them up so they're not quite completely 100% this color in your face. And that's what I did with the gesso there. Then the next thing that I did after I cleaned my fingers off, see, I had to clean my fingers off for you, is I grabbed my photo and grabbed my trusty, I've had this Creative Memories trimmer for years and it's still going strong, blade's still sharp, it's good to go. So I trimmed my photo. I had printed it with my on my Pixma, my Canon Pixma printer, and I printed it with the Canon app so that I could get the bordered image so that I would have that white border around it. And then surprising enough, apparently I wanted more white, so I added tissue paper and trimmed that down, and then I was checking the glassine bag there to see if I liked the glassine bag over the tissue paper. I did not. So I grabbed the tissue paper, stapled it because that's 3 times folded over, and stuck this down to the tissue paper. And then you're gonna see me go ahead and trim it up. And these scissors rock. I like them. I wish I had Inky Quill's giant scissors, but I don't, so I'm rocking these. Then the next thing I did was I went and grabbed, I believe this is the Painted Passport paper pack from Webster's Pages, and I wanted to see if there was anything in here. It was on my desk, and it was the closest thing, and I didn't feel like looking through a whole bunch of paper, but I definitely wanted to matte the photo some more because I felt like it wasn't standing out enough. So you can see I grabbed this airplane looking paper, but I wanted it for the gray. And you can't tell that I have airplanes on there once I trim it down. All you can see is that it's gray and it's got some white on it. So I like the look of that. And then I use this multicolored paper as well. And I have completely gotten over my fear of using scissors to trim down my paper. I don't care if my cuts are perfect. It takes way too much time, I feel, for me to throw that into my trimmer. So unless it's something like I really want perfectly aligned, I'm good with grabbing my scissors and just trimming it up. And then I trimmed my paper off 1/4 inch on 2 sides so that I would be able to matte this onto a piece of paper once I'm done with my layout, because although the paper did not warp that much, it's enough where I feel like it needs to be stretched out. I am popping my photo up on some foam tape just to give a little bit of added dimension. Also, if I decide that I want to stick something underneath it, it's a lot easier if it's already popped up on some foam tape. So I went ahead and did that, and then I came in with the bright idea of I have the Heidi Swapp pink texture paste, and I wanted to try that with this heart stencil from Tim Holtz. Now, in hindsight, I probably should have done what I'm going to do for the bottom of this, which is mixed the pink paint with my whip spackle like I did for the bottom half. But I kind of do like the contrast of the darker pink. Here, because I do have mint texture paste, I thought that it was going to match, and it does not. Sadly mistaken. So I had to go ahead and grab my art journal and scrape that onto my art journal page there, just so I wasn't wasting it. But yeah, those two colors are definitely not the same mint. And I think here I'm taking a quick break, and I am looking for something to shove the mint paint and the whip spackle in so I could make my own mixture. Well, here I am, I'm mixing it. And I was really trying to go pretty quickly because I didn't want the pink texture paste to end up drying on the Tim Holtz stencil here. So there we go. I do that, and then that top layer of hearts there actually have a little bit of pink and green together. So I like the way that turned out. And then here I'm adding the rest of it to the bottom so that I have it going more at the bottom. And then I looked at the layout and I was like, well, darn, I should have had it go more to the top. But then in the end, I was okay with the way it ended up because I ended up putting my title there. Okay, so here I am. I'm fussing around with these Wilna Furstenberg cuts that I did with my Cricut, and I love them. They're gorgeous, but they did not match my layout at all. It was not working for me. So then I cut out my title, which is Always Be Yourself, and I grabbed my Scotch glue, and sorry about the lighting, but it's a little hard to see. I cut that title in the same paper that I backed my photo in, which was from the Webster's Pages Painted Passport. And I really like the way it came out. It looks a lot better in person than it does on video because you can really see the different colors within the title. And then you can see there that I shoved my acrylic block on top of the Always, and I'm just doing that so that as I'm gluing the other letters down, the Always is drying, and it's drying flat, and then by the time I do the B, the Always is done, and so forth. So I just move on. I cut the title out on my Cricut Explore, which I used two different fonts, but I can't remember which fonts for the life of me that I used. So I'm just going ahead and finishing my title up here. And I believe after this, I did my journaling. Now for the journaling, what I did was I used my Faber-Castell pen because I knew that I was going to be writing over that acrylic paint that I have there. And oh no, I'm lying. I went and played with some stickers. So I really wanted that BU somewhere, and you can see I didn't like it there, but the black sticker there says Psst, I love you, and I found a home for that. I did, I promise. See, there we go. And then I realized my photo was not sticking to my tissue paper. So then I grabbed some glue. Yep, lots of glue there going on. And that's just the clear tacky glue by Eileen's Clear Tacky Glue. And I like it. It dries pretty, quick, but not so quick that I don't have a chance to move it around. And then I had picked out this smile a while ago, and I wanted that on there, but I wasn't sure what I was going to do with that. So that's when I grabbed my Faber-Castell and I did my journaling. And in this story for her, my little one had a rough year a little bit with some mean girls in school, and I just wanted to tell the story of her. I want her to always be her. I want her always to be herself. I want her to always be different. And I shared that in my journaling, just telling her to always be her. She's different, she's colorful, and that's not a bad thing, that's a good thing. So that was my journaling. And then I found another sticker to add within my journaling telling her to be herself. And then here I am, I'm thinking, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And there I am with that be you. And then there I am with a smile. And I like it there, so I do stick it there. So you're going to go ahead and see me make that decision. And then I'm thinking, oh, I have some alpha stickers that are small that I can use as well. So I grabbed those. So there I am. And then I didn't add any extra glue. I felt it was going to end up holding pretty well. It's not like a ton of mixed media. It's just paint. So the smile held down sticker and the BU sticker held down as well. And then the pink letters that you see, they did not have much adhesive on them, so all of those had to get a little dot of the Scotch Quick Dry glue. And those both say always. So it's always be yourself, always smile, always be you. And that's what I end up using for my title. I added a little glitter heart there. And I think at this point, I'm calling my layout done. So again, I mounted it on paper. So again, my challenge to you is to grab a photo from your phone, edit it with a photo editing app, and create a layout. Doesn't have to be a mixed media layout, just has to be any layout you want. So from here on out, at the end of this video, I'll have some close-up shots for you, and that will be it. Thanks so much for watching this process video. Bye.